Welcome. Let's go. Let's get started. Man, another wonderful day, beautiful day. Um, we today's topic, right? What we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be talking about your true purpose, right? Your true purpose. Let's see. Make sure I get my angles together. Background hidden. Everything else hidden like it's supposed to be hidden. Um, right? Let's just start off by saying a lot of people, right? A lot of people lose sight, right? They go through experiences that they might not agree with. They go through experiences that give them trauma, make them think negatively. Um, it's crazy because the more you go through and you can't accept and you don't know how to let go, you don't know how to move on, you have a hard time recovering from that. What we're gonna be talking about today is that recovery, right? We need to recover. We need to let go. We need to die. Whatever you thought your purpose was. See, it's like every individual has their own unique gift, own unique power. Like there's only gonna be one of you, right? And if you watch my first video, I was talking about one of one, right? One being one. You know what I'm saying? That makes me unique. I was created, right? And I was able to analyze and break things down through my eyes and through my mind. I was given the gift through my mind to express what I believe to be is the creator's will, right? You call it free will. Yeah, it's a free, you have free will or a free mindset because you're able to think freely. You're able to think for yourself. You're able to decipher what something means to you, right? Um, you will never be able to elevate if you're not willing to let go, learn from, and move forward, right? So today I'm talking about moving forward, and that's what our main goal is to do, right? We want to move forward. We've been manipulated, lied to, deceived, um, traded upon. Felt like, we've given somebody our full trust and they said fuck us. That's really what if we feel like it is, um and that's hard. That's a hard thing to accept. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would they ever do me like that? You have no true understanding on why somebody would do you so bogus when you did nothing but gave them your all and was probably being honest. And I've heard things like, oh, um he's too good of a guy or he's too nice, like he's too perfect. It's got to be something wrong with you. So it's like they be searching for flaws, right? They it's like it's a mentality put in them like they got done wrong so many times that they don't see any good in anyone, right? So and I know y'all know this is true. Y'all heard such things as like um fuck bitches ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that mentality right there will never allow you to grow. It will never allow you to receive um your true counterpart, the better half of you. you know um Me being a converter and me understanding that about myself, right, allows me to be in a place where people see me on the outside as unique. So if people see me as unique and one of a kind and different, how can I not see myself as that? When that's all that I'm analyzing and I'm getting in, that's the feedback that I'm getting back, right? Your true purpose, your true purpose, I can't really tell you what your true purpose is, right? It's something that you have to realize, and that comes from within. You got to do some deep soul searching. Who are you truly, right? Are you just getting up and putting on some Jordans and hats and talking a certain way because you were influenced by somebody that you wanted to be like, right? Or are you really truly expressing yourself? um you only you can express you, right? You have free will, but you have free will to choose. And I also want to touch on choice, right? Choice is a huge thing, right? Because people don't understand, like, everything that you do, every single thing that you do is by choice, right? What you allow, where you're at right now, is by choice. Watching this video by choice. The things you wore, everything you got on your physical being is by choice, right? All the decisions you ever made led you to here right now, right? At this point in your life, whatever it may be, right? Was choice. Even those outside of you, when you see them, like you might not agree with it, you might not be able to handle it, but they made a choice, right? And only they are going to be able to experience what the outcome of those choices were. So you always got to place yourself in the highest point or the highest vibration of self in order to receive the best outcome in the choice that you make, right? So you try to foresee it, right? Like weigh out the pros and cons. If you sit there and you're like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do this, you already failed, bro. You already failed, right? You're not going to succeed in it because you're already doubting yourself, right? It's like it's multiple things where people be telling me that they can't do something. They're like, "Oh, I can't do this. I can't do this." And then as soon as I get there and I do it, I can do it with no problem. I do it like it was meant for me to do, right? And I feel like that's kind of like my purpose is to. I realize how many more positive things I was doing than others, but it was all also because I kept myself grinded, not grinded. I kept myself grounded, right? And I kept myself grounded in a higher place of being humble, right? It's just the fact that it's just the fact that I know better, so I'm able to do better, right? And sometimes I don't have to do nothing at all, because people made the choices that they make, and their experience is going to show them what they get from it, and I absolutely think it's crazy because it's like, it's a hard pill to swallow to know that you made these choices. You got people that get in abusive relationships, right? They made that choice. They make the choice to stay. They feel like they take pain being loved in the wrong way. They feel like, oh, he's only doing this because he loves me, so they feel like they deserve to be punished. So really, they don't even understand that they sacrificing themselves. You know, when you do that, you sacrifice yourself. You sacrificing your energy. You feel like, and the more and more you do that, the more you get tore down. The more you feel less of yourself. You feel like you're not worthy, right? Or you can't do better. And I'm here to remind you that you can do better. You just have to make better choices. In order to make better choices, you got to let the old you go. And you're not going to be able to let the old you go if you're still holding on, if you're still thinking the same way. That's insanity, doing the same thing, expecting a different result. And you got to avoid that, right? Because you'll never be able to elevate. It's about growth and development. You're the purpose at the top. It's a process. You're the purpose at the top. It's a process to get progress, right? But you always have to remember your purpose, right? Um, okay. I'm not, let's see, I'm not a plumber, right? So he learned this trade, he went through certain experiences to gain this knowledge, and you call a plumber to come do plumbing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna call a person that installs lights, light switches or does oil changes to come do my plumbing. That would just be foolish. You know what I'm saying? We know it's not gonna work. Like I got as good as chance as he does because he don't got the knowledge. We're on the same accord, right? So how do you expect how do you expect the job to be done correctly, being outside of what it's supposed to do? Like what I'm saying, the lack of knowledge. So knowledge is really power, right? Nothing to do with money, right? And the people that you place in power is because you empower them because um, you're giving them your energy, right? You see something in them that you see in yourself, right? Even if they don't see it. And like that's the crazy part about the choices that you make, right? And a lot to do with choices and being humble is conduct, right? Your composure, keeping your composure, aka like biting your tongue, staying reserved, right? Killing them with kindness. You don't have to go to their level. You don't gotta get outside of your body in order to show them, show them who you are. Some people don't deserve that. They don't deserve your time and energy. Some people's purpose is to be the person that they were so that you can become the person that you are, or be reminded of the person that you are, or become a better version of the person that you were or that you are right now in this current situation, because not everybody is um, awake and aware, right? A lot of people are dreaming and they don't even realize they're dreaming. And that's very, very, very sad. It's very detrimental. You got people that get overwhelmed, they give up. Giving up is the easiest thing you can do, right? But they put so much belief in everything outside of themselves, other than themselves, it shatters their whole world, and they don't know how to bounce back from that, right? They don't have nothing that's empowering them. And like, that's my goal. My goal is to empower you, remind you. I've been reminded of who I was. Or really, it's like a confirmation. It's a confirmation outside of myself. Hearing others, hearing the impact that I got. Yeah, I'm one person, but I have an impact, right? I remember listening to Tupac. Tupac said that in an interview. I might not be able to change the world, but I could spark the mind, and the one that will change the world. If I keep talking about how dirty it is, someone gonna come along and clean it up, right? And we picking up from that. We picking up from that. That was great. I look at, because everything he ever rapped about and talked about was real shit. You know what I'm saying? Can't take that away from the man. So we not doing nothing but elevating here, right? Um, I need you to remember, right? You are a galaxy gift. You are created. You are unique. You are special. You are one of a kind, right? We all have life. We all were given. We all experience life. If you see somebody else moving and moving and living and they're alive, and that's life. 1 second, y'all. Uh, got a phone call. I had to mute that real quick. Um, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy that we forget our purpose. And that's one thing that we can't do. You forget your purpose, you forget you forget who you are, you forget why you are here, right? Um, you just want to grow and develop, but that's gonna come by experience, right? Everybody's not meant to put you in a higher place. Some people are meant to put you in a low place so you can experience that and rise to a higher place, right? You ever had been in a bad relationship, and then you let the relationship go, and you made a better choice with the next person. You recovered from that. You were ready to get back in another relationship, and you made a better choice with the next person, and you're actually happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you actually happiness, that's huge, because if that person never did you wrong, you never would have made that adjustment to get to a higher state of existence, happiness, experience, and so on and so forth. Um, you want to, your main goal is to remind yourself, I am purpose. You know what I'm saying? I have a reason. Everything happens for a reason. It doesn't happen by coincidence. It happens for a reason, because it was all by choice. And choice starts where? It starts in thought, right? And you having thought, that is one of the greatest gifts that you have. Your mind is your greatest weapon, and your tongue, what I'm saying, can be your greatest weapon in a positive way, or it can bite you in the ass. You know what I'm saying? You can say something that'll get you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Or you could say something that can elevate you and you can help. And once you realize these things, right? Discernment, being able to discern truth from false, fake from real, real from fake. You know what I'm saying? You know how to navigate. Oh, I'm not fucking with this person, because you can see the signs that this person gives off. It's called, I like to call it, signs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be like, oh, God, give me a sign. You've been getting signs the whole time. You just keep choosing to ignore them, right? You keep choosing to ignore them. You're looking past them. You're looking past them because you're holding on to something or someone that was only meant to give you that experience, and then you're supposed to move on from that. But you hold on to it because you're afraid to break the relationship. You know what I'm saying? You're afraid to let that shit go and let that shit die and move on from it. Um, and it's okay to let go. The only way you're gonna recover is you gotta let go. You gotta let go of past damages. How I had a very rough upbringing, and how I look at it now is like tough love. I sweep it under the rug of being tough love, and the reason I sweep it under the rug of being tough love is because that's what it is, right? Because love can be an intense, excuse, love can be an intense feeling that you feel, that puts you in the highest state of existence, and it make someone loving you or you loving someone in a way can make them or make you feel like, you belong here. This is what I was supposed to do. Um, Nothing makes me feel better than knowing my purpose and getting realigned with my purpose. Other than that, everything I've ever done up to this point was follow, right? But we know what one we know this is true. You have to be the student in order to become the teacher, right? And I say that with this: why do you go to school, right? Oh, you want to go to school to get a good job, right? And in order to get a good job, you have to have what? You have to have knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You're building up a resume. You got to have meet certain requirements and criterias in order to get this position, right? You're not gonna let a mechanic be the brain surgeon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's a mechanic. He might know a lot of things about machines and cars, but he don't know a lick about cutting your skull open and knowing what receptors or what cells do what veins go to where. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't want to trust that. You're gonna lose your life. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be killing me because these people would be called practitioners. You know what I'm saying? These people be practicing. That is his title is exactly what he is, a practitioner. He don't even know what the fuck he's doing. He's practicing to become a master at it. So that means he's gonna have trials and errors. He's gonna fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he might know what he's doing, he might be successful. And he's gonna take that and that's gonna stick with him, but it's gonna all be off experience. Um, I grew up in a body shop with my grandfather, right? And I gained a lot of knowledge in that, right? My grandfather loved to do that. I gained a lot of skill in it. I got really good. Know how to mask a car, sand a car, use Bondo, get dents out. You know what I'm saying? All of that, and it started with me like doing. And then it went from me doing boat trailers and boat hitches to doing cars, you know what I'm saying? Doing a whole door, doing whole bumpers, you know what I'm saying? Being able to match it, being able to feel it, you know what I'm saying? And make sure that to the touch that it's smooth and look at it, look down the side of the car and make sure it's even and things like that. But I realized like, I got these trades that I'm learning, but that was my grandfather's purpose. That was something he loved to do. That them was his creations, right? That wasn't necessarily mine. Yeah, I have knowledge in it. Yes, I can do that, but that's not my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't love that. You need to love everything that you create, right? And so like I do music, right? Nobody's gonna love my music more than I love my music because I created it. Nobody's gonna love my children more than I love my children because I created them. You're not gonna love somebody, you shouldn't love somebody else's kids more than you love your own. You know what I'm saying? These are extensions of you, right? So it's like it's all about heightening your perspective, right? You might be here, you might be at a flat, leveled out point. Your world is broken into pieces. It's down, it's torn apart. You're a bunch of pieces on the ground, right? How I started viewing life is like a puzzle, right? When you buy a puzzle and it comes in a box and you got all these pieces, you pour it out on a table. You pour the box out. You got all these pieces, and you start picking them up, and you're trying to look at them because your ultimate goal is to create the bigger picture and complete the whole thing, right? So it's like um, I looked at life like each piece was a person that I interacted with, right? It's like, oh, you got um, this person, they treat me this certain way. This is what they do. This is what they're into. You got this person, they treat me a certain way. This is what they do. This is what they into. You know what I'm saying? But then you got like people that you can't mix. You can't mix. There's certain people that I wouldn't want to introduce to this other person because they won't mix. And I know that. It's just like, um, it's just like cooking food, right? You don't want to mix the wrong ingredients because you're going to get a negative outcome from it. So it's like if you know better, you're going to do better in that regard. And in a puzzle, you start doing what? You start separating those pieces, right? You might be like, okay, well, these are my edge pieces. These are all red. These are my edge pieces. These are all blue. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. Or like these are all green. These are all yellow. You know what I'm saying? You start separating them, and then you work from the outside. You build a border, right, to the main picture, because that's like the easiest thing to do, right? Find your most solid pieces in whatever it is that they do, or most solid people in whatever it is that they do. Once you have them people set, your four corners, right? You got your four corners set for your puzzle or your life, you know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna keep experience because experience doesn't stop, right? You reach a certain age and Age doesn't stop experience at all, because energy is forever, experience is ever, and existence is a always thing. The best way I can do is like, energy doesn't die, it just transfers, right? And we are the ultimate power, we are the ultimate source, right? We're just an extension of the highest source, right? I'm just a little piece of it, I'm just a speck of it, you know but that doesn't prevent me from my full potential. I can be great, I can create wonderful things, but I have to be in my highest vibration in order to create wonderful things for them to keep growing and expanding. It's like I'm planting a seed with you right now, planting a seed in the fact that you are unique, you are special, you are loved, you are cared about. You know what I'm saying? You are needed. You were put here because you are needed. And I am put here because I am needed to remind you that you are needed, right? Your existence matters. There's somebody that cares that you don't even know about, and a decision that you made affected somebody else's life. A choice that you made affected somebody's life that you don't even know. It made an impact. So um you gotta be mindful of all things that you do, and all things that you create, right? um you might be, say you're adults, right, and y'all in a relationship, and something happened where y'all pissed off at each other, and y'all arguing, and y'all don't realize, like, while y'all arguing, one of the kids come up and they hear what y'all arguing about, right? Like, they're never gonna forget that, because all they do is analyze. As a kid, when they don't know no better, they just trying to learn, right? And if you make them feel uncomfortable or a certain way, they start to shut down, right? And I feel like a lot of people have been shut down. A lot of people have been shut down in the sense of, like, we taught to live out of fear. We get told no way many more times than we get told yes, or we get told that we can't do this. Like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. You better sit down before I whip your ass, or anything like that, right? And that's a mentality that was put like, installed in, I could say, like, my grandparents, or my parents, that, that's how they learned. Like, back in the day, it's like, I only needed to be told one time. He told me one time, I knew it was real. My grandfather, right? I remember watching the Temptations. I was watching either the Temptations or the Jackson Fives, and I was laying down on the floor just like this, watching the TV. And I remember my grandmother asked me, she was like, excuse me, she was like, "Can you come?" She was like, "Get up and help me do this, right?" I'm sitting there chilling, still watching the movie, acting like I'm sitting there chilling, acting like I don't hear her, right? Man, my grandfather got up out the chair from behind me and walked up over me and said, "Do you hear my wife talking to you?" See, it wasn't that, she was just my grandmother. This was his wife, right? So it's like, in that sense, like, not only did I disrespect her, I'm disrespecting him. And ain't nobody gonna disrespect his wife, especially not in his house. My grandpa picked me up by my arm and whooped my motherfucking ass. Boy, I got an ass whooping I would never forget from my grandfather, from that one time of being disrespectful and acting like I didn't hear her, even though I know I heard her and she asked me to do something. But I felt like I was going to do what I wanted to do, right? It's like going through that experience, well, that'll change up. You know what I'm saying? I know the outcome that comes with that, being disrespectful. So it's like, how can you be disrespectful to somebody, or pick on somebody so much, and not expect a certain outcome to come from that person? Like, you can only poke a lion so many times before it turn around and bite you. You can only strike something so many times until enough is enough, right? And that's kind of where I felt like I got with a lot of people, you know. As far as like being a giver, being a helper, want to help everybody, I can only give so much, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, I had a thought in the back of my head that, one day this person would get it. This one day they'll actually receive and see what it is that I see, you know what I'm saying, and feel how I feel. But that's the thing. Nobody can feel for me. They might be able to relate because they went through similar things, but your experience is your experience. There's only one you. There's only one you. There's ever always, it's always going to be only one you. There will never be, whoever you are watching this, it'll never be another one of you. right? So your whole goal throughout your whole life has been to grow up. And, we've been inspired by our parents because that's the source of which we come from. So it's like I put my dad in a highlight, I put my mom in a highlight. And when these people make choices that let you down or you might not agree with, you know what I'm saying? Like that crushes your spirit, that crushes your soul, right? And it has a major effect on you. You don't want to go through life based off of what other people's choices are doing, and letting it affect you, right? So it's like, I know there's drug addicts out there, alcoholics, you know what I'm saying, people that spaz out on their kids when they can make a better choice. You know what I'm saying? There's a different way to handle things, you know what I'm saying? But it's got to come from within them. The best way to do it is from them coming from the highest vibration, right? Like, some good practices on like discipline that I've seen is like making the kids do push-ups or making them do wall sits, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. It doesn't have to return to you physically whooping them, but you can still put them through a hard time, right? And they're gonna try to avoid that every time, or they gonna know like, damn, if I fuck up, I'm gonna have to face some consequences, right? So it's gonna allow them to navigate differently. Um, my purpose and your purpose is to elevate, right, and to inspire somebody watching us, right, and I want anybody who's watching this video to take something from it that's gonna spark something and fire something up in you to make you remember, like, damn, I'm great. I am amazing. I'm unique. I'm everything. I'm everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm everything and beyond. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I've been choosing to make decisions to follow somebody else's footsteps or be inspired by somebody else who didn't have my best interests at heart, who wasn't elevating me spiritually. They might have did it physically in the sense of like, oh, damn, he got some nice shoes on, or damn, that's a cold ass fit. And I'm finna grab that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm finna rock this same thing. Like, I want that jacket. I want this. I want that. You know, it's like, be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Have your own style. Nobody is making you follow them, right? The only people I can give a pass for that's making you follow them would be your parents, when you're a kid, because at that point in time or during experience, you're not in a point where you can make the decisions for yourself. So you have to go along with whatever it is that they are choosing for you, right? Because you're their child, so they're responsible for you until you reach a certain age. Then you become responsible for you. One thing my father always told me was like, "Oh, I always support you if you're in the right, but if you're in the wrong, you're gonna have to face some consequences." And him telling me that always put me in a sense of like, damn, do no wrong. If I don't do no wrong, he'll always support me. He'll always have my back, right? Um, and that stuck with me. That stuck with me deeply, right? And it's like knowing better makes you do better. That's where the knowledge is the power, right? If I had a regular apple right here, right, and I had I have two apples here, right, and you're hungry, you're starving, you see I have two apples, you're like, man, I see Marcus got two apples. You know what I'm saying? I'm starving. I wonder if he gonna let me get one, right? You don't know this, but I know this. The one in this hand is poisonous. The one in this hand is the only one that's gonna actually help you, right? You come up, you ask me for it, and I tell you, man, I can't do it. See, people have a hard time with accepting rejection, right? And that's another thing. Your choices reflect your character, right? How you react to things defies the character that you are, and it defies, the vibration that you are existing in during this time. Excuse me. So I just want to remind you guys that, you know the apple, right? I got this apple is poisonous. I know this. You don't know this. And I got this one. It's the only healthy one I got. Like, this one's fake and this one real. But you asking me for an apple because you see I got two of them. I choose to tell you I can't do it. You get pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. A motherfucker might try to fight me over it. And then, you know what I'm saying? Say they fight me over it. They knock me out. And then they take this apple. But they didn't know that it was poisonous. They don't realize my motive behind me telling them why I couldn't do it. I only got one apple that's really for you. They didn't know that this one, I just cloned this one and it's fake. It's a genetically modified organism, right? He don't know that this is the only organic apple that's actually healthy for you and for you to intake. So it's like that's detrimental, very detrimental, because it's like, even now, we're being flooded right now. The reason, my purpose has risen is because I understand that we're in a new age. We're in a new age of time and things are transitioning, right? And if it wasn't transitioning, I wouldn't feel how I feel on the inside, and I wouldn't receive the things from my outside experiences that I received that empowered me to understand, like, it's confirmation. You're on the right track. Keep doing it. I have deja vu, to where it's like I feel like deja vu is something that shows me like, yeah, I'm on the right track, because I feel like, damn, I've done this before. So if I've done this before, I can do it again. You know what I'm saying? So even though I don't remember where these experiences come from, but it's like a glimpse, and I don't want to say it's a dream, but it's just as real as being here. It's just as real as being in a dream. And like I said, with a dream, you don't know you're dreaming until you wake up. Um, Other than that, the only other confirmation I get is when I'm talking to people and I say some real heartfelt, chilling things. I'll get goosebumps. Like I'm a person who's always warm, right? I'm very big into the sun, um because to me the sun represents the life bringer, the light giver and the life bringer, right? Under the sun everything grows and everything is beautiful, it's expanding, and vegetation grows. But when winter comes and the snow comes, it destroys all of that. You know what I'm saying? Things go into hibernation, sleep mode, like nothing is growing, everything is frozen and it's stuck, right? But when the sun is out, everything can grow and expand. And you intake water and sunlight, like that. Like I kind of think of plants and vegetation in a sense of life, right? You don't put Pepsi, you won't go pour Pepsi on a plant. So why do we put Pepsi in our body? Anything outside of what's natural is considered poison or tainted, right? So it's hard because it's like I didn't know that difference growing up, but letting go of those things have made me better. It's made me better. It made me elevate to a higher point. I'm at a point where I can drink water. I can drink water gratefully. I drink distilled water now. I drink distilled water. Um, Even trying to have a pop, when I go to have a pop, if I go out to dinner or something, it's too strong for me now, right? I broke that bond down to where it's like I'm not bonded to that no more. We got to stop eating and drinking and shit out of pleasure, right? And focus on purpose. Put your purpose over your pleasures, right? What is your purpose? What is your intentions? You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this. I'm drinking water to stay hydrated, and I want to stay in the purest form of the source that I come and that I pertain. So why not intake natural substances, you know what I'm saying, such as water and fruits and vegetables? And see, the reason I say fruits and vegetables is because I feel like we shouldn't even be eating meat, right? And the reason I say that is like I had this own understanding of learning about chakras. Chakras are different energy valves from like that go through your body, right? It's different energy points in your body, and they're color coded, right? They're color coded from purple to red. Red being your root chakra, but in between, you got green, orange, yellow, um, and what I realized is like fruits and vegetables are all color coded, right? So each fruit and vegetable, like the green one is to help your heart. You know what I'm saying? So it's like each vegetable helps um energize or restore that energy in that energy valve. And it's crazy because I feel like this shit has been so in front of us this whole time, but yet we've been distracted, right? And it's like you put your logic aside just to go along for the ride. You know what I'm saying? And then your taste buds have been manipulated. You know what I'm saying? Advertisement. When you see something more, the more you see something, the more you want something. And it's like you got to have discipline. You got to stay grounded. Um, you have to stay humble. You know what I'm saying? You gotta forever be willing to learn, right? You gotta be able to let go and learn. You gotta let that die. Like say, I'm doing something here, it don't work. And now I'm pissed off. Like, damn, I'm pissed off and I might just give up. No, fuck that. You can't give up. You gotta try something different to get a different result. So Understanding that it empowered me, and then it just starts to make sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like boom, like damn, I was losing sleep over the stuff that I'm learning. The stuff I'm learning, is like mind blowing to me. Like damn, I never knew that. I never thought of it like that. Never broke it down like that. Well, once I was able to break it down like that, and I'm able to think deeper into it, like yeah, natural is the way to go. Organic is the way to go. Original is the way to go. Anytime anything goes in the water, it poisons it. It taints it. If I add Kool-Aid, Crystal Light, don't matter. Fruit punch. If it's not natural, it's not for you. So that's some of the best. That's one of the best guidance I can give you as far as like what you consume, right? And because other than that, like you eating greasy foods, you eating all this stuff, like you think you need protein. You don't need protein through the food. You get protein from the sun, right? So I like to sun gaze. I like to stare at the sun. I can stare at the sun. Now, when I first started doing it, I didn't realize, but like I would stare at the sun and then my eyes would start watering, but I didn't understand why, right? When you're dirty, right? What do? You take a bath, right? You cleanse. Right now we're in the age of Aquarius when it comes to like the zodiac sign, or to the zodiac sign, right? It's a picture of water. The Aquarius symbol or sign is water, right? We're being flooded with knowledge and information, because water stores energy and electricity. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, think about pyramids. If you think about pyramids, if you go on Google and look up um, pyramids, you're gonna see that the water current, all right, hold electricity, and it can power and generate this this power source. You know what I'm saying? And it amplifies it. So it's like, why would I keep intaking all these poisons when that's doing nothing but lowering my? It's like lowering my power. It's like being Superman and not knowing that you're Superman, right? So go back to nature, right? So I'm like, this is my purpose. My purpose is to enlighten you to where you can return back to the source of which you come, so that when it's time for you to go, you can return back to that source from which you come, right? Don't separate yourself from nature. Don't get caught up in um, looking at shit that don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It is like when I say we dismiss logic, like we'll put on a movie, right? And we know the movie's not real. It's just a movie, but we will exclude that. Like we know this in the back of our mind, we know it's not real, but we will sit there and go through that fake experience with whatever it is we're in tune with, because our senses are being manipulated. Our sound, you know what I'm saying? Like when you watch a scary movie and it's a scary part, you hear the music get deep, and motherfucker be crouching down in their chair, and like they be like, damn, I can feel it coming, and boom, and then your ass get scared. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, oh shit, that scared the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like those who do know better, and do know how this works, they are the ones that are truly empowered. They are the ones that are truly um, have a true understanding of this. And a lot of people don't have a true understanding of this. And if they don't, you can easily fool them, right? And just imagine, if I'm somebody that could be this smart, imagine if my intentions were to be negative and to do negative, right? It's like that wouldn't be a good thing for the world, right? So it's like one man shouldn't have all this power, right? So it's like I said yesterday in my video, I won't lose light by tilting my candle and lighting your wick for you. It's just gonna make the room brighter, right? So why wouldn't I want to spread this message? Why would I not want to enlighten you guys so that you can level up with me and we can start changing the world, right? And that's really what it's about. But we can't change the world until we change ourselves. Ain't nobody gonna want to listen to you if you are a not shit ass person. You know what I'm saying? If your frequency's off, and they're like, oh, he tripping, or oh, he act like he's a good person, and then he be this way. Like, no, I'm not that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I was that person died, right? That person died, and I have elevated. I'm at a point where I know how to exercise my greatness. I understand that people are watching me. I understand I have an impact. I understand how trends work. I understand all of these things, but my intentions are pure. My intentions are only to help empower and elevate and grow and develop, right? Um, like when you don't believe in yourself, and you talk down on something, I'm pretty sure everybody's got to experience, somebody getting talked down upon, or somebody being yelled at or feeling uncomfortable, and they kind of shut down, right? And that's the thing. Like, you're a god. You're God's creation. So what sets you separate from being a god? If you're God's creation, God loves all His creations, but yet man, we shun man for loving His creations. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a good thing. Um, and you have choice. You know what I'm saying? You have choice. You have choice to set yourself free. Either you can watch this, you can really learn something from it, you can take what I'm saying serious, and you can grow and be a better individual, because you want to grow in perspective, right? Because your eyes can be easily fooled. Any of you guys ever seen magic before? Yeah, magic is trickery, right? It makes you believe something that's not actually true, right? And then you're mind blowing. Like, how did they do that? How did they do that? You know what I'm saying? It's because you're being fooled. So they showed you what they wanted to show you in order to get what they wanted to get out of you. They gained your attention. They gained your energy, right? A lot of us go to work and we give our energy just to receive a piece of paper, but we're not going to get that energy back. And then we understand that that paper doesn't hold the same value of what our energy does, right? And then you get on a cycle to where you start doing this every day, and it's draining because you're helping somebody else work for them. You're not working on yourself. you know, the only thing you need to do is take the good strategies, take the good routines from people who are doing things that are working in a positive manner, which you feel is going to help you. And you take that, and then you take the best out of that and you apply it to yourself, and then you level up, right? I'm just a level upper. I'm here to help y'all level up. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to help y'all wake up. Um, let's see. Wake up, right? Let's see. I gotta flip here really quick. I'm not doing reading off of this today. That's not what we doing. But I did write down acronym. I came up with an acronym for wake up, right? Everybody's be like, oh man, it's hard to be woke. A lot of people out here sleep, and the reason I say they sleep is because they're living a dream, they're living a lie, they're living a false reality. And that's why I say, like, the truth will set you free, but you have to be willing to accept the truth. You have to be willing to um, accept it for what it is. And it might be a hard truth. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could be like, oh, you used to not be shit. You wasn't a goddamn thing. You was a shit. You was bogus as hell. You used to do this. You used to do that. Right. And in your consciousness, in your heart, that you used to be that person. Right. Um, but in order to move on and grow from that, you had to accept who you were. You had to let that go, and you had to move forward, right? So my job is to help you guys wake up. You know what I'm saying? We need to wake up. It's a very detrimental time in life where things are worse than they've ever been before. And the reason I can't say that the world is crazy. When you look outside, you don't see the trees slamming, and you don't see shit flying at you, and that's not what's killing you, right? It's the choices that people are making, right? We killing one another. We taking one another out. You know what I'm saying? And how much more how much more negativity do you want to bring? How much more destruction? Do you think Mother Earth can take or handle, right, before she intervenes, right? Wake up. Willingly accept knowledge, encouragingly upon permission, right? Because this whole time that you didn't wake up, you've been slipping up. And what does slip up mean? Acronym for slip up that I came up with: serious lack in progress upon permission. And the reason I want to say upon permission, on when I say wake up and slip up, when I say upon permission on the up part, it is because I'm gonna end with choice, because it started with choice. You saying you're gonna do one or the other, but they both come down to choice. um Huge detrimental. You have to get it. You have to get it. You're gonna try to avoid it. You might skip the video. You might not share it. You might not want to understand it, but it's a hard truth, and you've been slipping up this whole time until you wake up, right? And once you wake up, then your flame will become bigger. Then you will feel empowered. Then you will understand your purpose. Some people aren't a people person. You might not be a people person. right? Your purpose might not be what my purpose is, and that is okay. You just have to be you, right? You have to go through your experiences and be and navigate in your higher self and take from it the best that you take from it. Learn your lesson. Learn your lesson. Don't keep doing the same thing. Don't close one door and uh go go walk around for a little bit and then go right back in that door. You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? You walked out that door for a reason, not to return. Right? It was a reason that made you want to step away from that in the first place. So you wanted to step away from that in order to come up to find that the next door actually, damn, this has steps in it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna level up. You're gonna level up your perspective, how you view things. Everything is a choice. Everything is a reflection of your perception and how you perceive it. Um, so I'm gonna say this again for y'all. Wake up, willingly accept knowledge, encouragingly upon permission, but you have to be willing to accept that it's a choice, right? And if you don't want to wake up, you're just slipping up. And that means a serious lack in progress upon permission, And I believe I'm going to end with there. I'm going to end with that for this live tonight, y'all. Um, I want to say peace to all creations. You know what I'm saying? It's time to wake up. It's time to elevate. No more slipping up. You know what I'm saying? How long can we wait until there is no more?